There it is. Song of Storms by, or from Ocarina of Time, Legend of Zelda video game. Okay, so, yeah. Just kind of played that by accident. Neat. Maybe I'll turn that into a chord. I think that's going to be the chorus. So yeah, I'm going to write a song here, and I'm just kind of brainstorming riffs. So, oh wait, crap. Check my tuning real quick. Okay. So I can't actually play Song of Storms because that's kind of copywritten. So let's do something like... Okay, so that's a verse, and then, no, I want to go E. I'm gonna have to remember to not go into that D9 there and go into the E minor. Because for some reason my fingers feel like they want to go into the D9 there. Don't want to do it because that's going to be my last chord. One on a D9, just a regular D. And then, that sounds cool. Okay, so my verse is going to be... And then the chorus will be... And then repeat that 3 times. The third time on the verse, I'll probably do the guitar solo, and that's it. That's how I write my songs. Really easy. So I have 2 cameras going. I'm not even sure if this one's getting audio. I'm just I turned it on and I'm just hoping for the best. I ran the line into it, so we're gonna see what happens. This one is definitely working, but I might be facing this one, so maybe it'll look awkward on the video if this one doesn't pick up. Yeah, I'm gonna write a song, and I have no idea how it's gonna turn out, so I'm just gonna hit record and see what happens. I just kind of like go by feel, like whenever I feel like it should change the chorus, that's when it happens. Usually it's just kind of like 8 phrases or 4 phrases or just whatever. Pretty even number, but I just kind of have to see how long it's gonna go. Usually when I do the first chorus, sometimes I'll like cut it in half, just kind of like how that works as far as like the song flow, and then like the last chorus I'll double, so I'll kind of like borrow it from the beginning. Sometimes not, just depends. Again, I'm just gonna feel this out, and then I just have to remember what I do, because this is gonna be a left side guitar, and then I always dub it and do a right side guitar, so it gives me a nice stereo sound. Obviously, if you're recording guitars, always doing a left and a right and pan them, because one guitar up the middle sounds really, really bad. Yeah, so I got a template here. This is Logic Pro X. I have like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 guitar tracks. I have Bias Amp 2 loaded. I just kind of use that as an amp sim instead of miking up my amp, because it's just less time and I don't have to move the mic and all that fun stuff. I mean, I could just set the mic, but I kind of like to get different sounds for each side, so the left and the right are going to be like slightly different sounds. So on this, I can just kind of like save it as a preset with the microphone slid over on the virtual cabinet a little bit. And then the other tracks have different amplifiers on them, so it just gives me a little bit of a variety of sounds. In the plugin, it has an output gain, and I have that turned down to where it needs to be for the track, so I just kind of keep my faders all at 0. It's a really good way to mix, because if you open up one of these amp sims or drum VSTs or anything you open up, they always have the gain set at Unity, and you want to turn it down, because usually like if I just open that up and played, I'm clipping within the plugin, and once I'm clipping within the plugin and I grab the fader on the track and pull it down, I'm just turning down a clipping signal, so don't ever do that. It's a really bad thing to do. Anyway, that's how I do my guitar. The bass guitar, the same thing. It's running into Bias Amp 2. Right now I have a drum loop going that's just like some generic drum sounds that I have, and it just kind of helps me. It's like a better than a metronome, I guess. I'll take that, I'll wipe it out, and then I have our electronic drum set behind me, kind of like a homemade one. I got shells. Literally, I found them on the side of the road. Someone put them out for garbage. Cleaned them up, and then I had an old drum set. It was like a Ludwig drum set that I got for my birthday from like forever ago when I was a kid. So it's parts from both of them, and then I put mesh heads on it. I put little like Pintec triggers, and I just taped them onto the mesh heads, and then I run it into a Yamaha DTX module, and that runs into my interface with a MIDI cable, and then that just runs the sounds on here. So I'm going to use some sounds that are like monitoring sounds that are just like less hard on the computer. here, and then after that's done and I'm ready to mix down, then I put Superior Drummer 3 on because I have like a whole bunch of cool drum sets saved in there that I like to use. I could record an acoustic drum set, but I actually need someone else in here to help me do that because like my computer's up here and my drum set would be 2 flights of stairs down because I have a dedicated drum room where I can mic everything up, but I can't actually do that myself, so I don't. So I set up the electronic drum set to record my own music with, and I'm recording songs every day, not just for these YouTube videos, but I do a bunch of stock music uploads, so I'm like writing constantly. With the amount of output I need to do, there's like no way I could mic up everything and just like run it through. It just wouldn't really be conducive. I'm trying to pump out 2 or 3 little like short 20-second stock music songs and then like one of these every so often, so it's just like a lot of volume of music. So all right, let's just try and record this. What did I come up with? Ah, crap. Don't forget the riff, that's the main thing. Okay, here we go. Okay, cool, so got that one done. So now I'm gonna do the right side. I got a little like more creative with that one. So I did like a half of a verse for the second verse, and then I did like a double chorus for the second chorus, half a verse again, and then I did like a half a chorus. So I'm gonna do like a solo over the verse and then the chorus part, and then I did a double chorus at the end. So I'm gonna have like 2 parts to the solo basically. Should be kind of cool. It'll build it up. And then now I just have to remember what I played. So here goes the right side. I'm gonna have to do that one again. I royally screwed up in the solo part. All right, awesome. So that's the right side. Now, I'm not gonna double the chorus. Let me see here though. That sounds like crap. I think I'm getting out of tune. That's rare. That's an idea. Oh, let's just record, see what happens. Okay, there's a right side dub. Now I gotta do a left, or no, that was the left side, now right side. Should do the same thing I just did, I guess so. You'll notice I was making a bunch of noise underneath the guitars going in the verse. I like to do that sometimes. It just kind of like, these little extra things like clicks and stuff kind of make it sound a little more live, so it's just something I do. Normally I don't notice. This stupid camera likes to shut off for absolutely no reason after like 20 to 30 minutes, kind of somewhere in there. It's like, oh, the memory card's full, even though I got a 120 gig memory card and it's taking up like 16 gigs. So it's full of crap, but it likes to shut off. So something's wrong with it. Okay, so I stopped it and I'm gonna redo this just so I got it on film. Here we go. All right, there we go. So what if I did? I don't know if that'll sound good or not. Let me try. So I'm going to solo that and see what it sounds like. Just thirds. All right. Now I know. Not bad, since I started that off by accidentally playing a Legend of Zelda song. That. Yeah, I accidentally played that, so turned it into a whole song. Just kind of like tweaked it and changed it around. So yeah, sometimes that works. Better stop playing that or I'm gonna get a copyright claim. Even though it's 2 seconds. Okay, so solo. Just look for the blobs that look like verse blobs, right? Let me improvise little things here and there and see what I come up with. It's just E minor, so E natural minor, so basically the same as G major, so just an F sharp. Yeah, why don't I just do that verse thing I did and tweak it a little. That was the keeper. Okay, and then add delay, and there we go. Always add delay to the solo. Let's hear it now. I like it. Okay, now for bass guitar. Terrible. Come on. All right, so I'm sitting at the drums. It's the next day. I did the bass part and I decided to call it a night. So I'm out here. I'm going to just improvise this because I don't really know what to do other than that. I've been doing that for the rest of the song. So let's hit record and see what happens. Okay, I think we got that in one take, hopefully. There's one spot I might have been off, but I think it was okay. I like almost dropped my stick on the one fill and I like caught it. So hopefully it was all right, as long as I didn't like double trigger it. Although I guess I could just wipe it out and no one would ever know. That's the advantage of electronic drums if you like, you know. No, it didn't double trigger. I guess it wouldn't. I thought it would with my fingers. Whatever. So yeah, the drums are done. Now I'm going to probably I'll switch it over to Superior Drummer. I'll freeze the track, which is something you do in Logic to like keep it so it doesn't bog the computer down. And then I'll start messing around with the vocals. So cool. Let me move the camera and all that fun stuff. Yay. Checking. Always got to double check that because I got a little meter that tells me if I get signal on the camera, but I have to make sure it's actually doing stereo because otherwise my plug is halfway unplugged anyway. No audio would mean it's completely out. That's pretty obvious though. Okay, I think we're good. Okay, so I'm going to start with the chorus. Just listen and see if melody pops into my head. I think I might actually just copy that guitar thing I was doing though. That would be easy. Okay, yeah, I'll just do it a little different though. First thing I'm going to do is record a scratch track, which is just a track I'm going to delete in the end, but it's like just a memory aid so I don't forget what I just did. I'm kind of doing it on the guitar, so I shouldn't forget this one, but I might. Not like it hasn't happened before. Now that I have the drums, I can just send it to count in only. That way I don't have to worry about it like bleeding through from the headphones. I don't get much bleed from these, but just in case. I think I got a workable melody here. I might be subject to change, but I'm going to write some lyrics out and see if I have to tweak it and whatnot. So here we go. Okay, so I have some lyrics, and now I'm going to go ahead and like just practice. So here we go. I did a couple extra little scratch track things where I just kind of like sang the lyrics I wrote down. I didn't do it in the chorus, I just kind of did it in the verse, and it's really crappy, but it's enough so I can remember it. Yeah, the last one's doubled. Or no, crap. I know what I did. I sang the verse too long. I just burped and bit my tongue at the same time, and that really sucked. Ow. All right, let me practice this without the scratch track once or twice. I actually think I can sing this one all the way through, which is like a change from the usual I've been doing the last couple times. So, why the heck not? Let's just try it. I'm probably gonna fumble on the lyrics, but ow, it still hurts from biting my tongue. Okay, here we go.
Gotta keep up the line and then tow it yourself. Can't you make up your mind?
I'm doubling and tripling these choruses. I basically keep the main vocals up the center, and then I do a left and a right side, which just get panned like partially left and partially right, and then they get turned down like 10 dB. And that just kind of elevates the chorus part a little bit because the little inconsistencies and whatnot kind of just make an effect where, you know, it just brings it up a little bit. Okay, so I just did the first one. Now for the second one.
You gotta keep up the line and then tow it yourself.
They're a little bit off, but that actually helps it because once I pan them to the sides, that like wobbly effect goes away, and it just sounds really cool.
Gotta keep up the line and then tow it yourself. Gotta keep up the line and then tow it yourself. Gotta keep up the line. Gotta keep up the line.
All right, cool. So that's it. The vocals are done. Well, actually, maybe I should do a harmony. I should also mention that if I go through this, so I usually listen to the dubs, and there's every chance that one of those was much better than the original take because one, I was not singing it all the way through, and I just kind of had the muscle memory down because I had repeated it a couple times. So if that's the case and one of those is better, sometimes I'll just do a little swap. So what was it going to be the right side dub will actually end up being the main vocal. They line up pretty well, so you almost don't even notice. Okay. Let me listen to this. I'm going to see if I can do a harmony here. This damn camera. So I'm going to do the last one again just so I have it on film because I might put this in the final thing or where I do multiple screens, and I'd like to have the whole thing on film. So I'm going to do this again. It said my memory card was full and shut off and refused to play, even though my memory card is not even halfway full because it's awesome. Sorry, ranting a little bit.
Gotta keep up the line.
Yeah.
Gotta keep up the line.
Okay, I'm pretty sure I recorded the first one, but I'm actually, you know what? I'm not. So, okay, here's the second one again, because I just want this on film.
You gotta keep up the line.
Okay, first chorus.
Yeah, 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 da, da, da. You gotta keep up the line.
Okay, yeah, so the harmony's not exactly perfect. Right now I do have the dubs as well, which they're kind of fighting the main one because they're not they're all in the center and they're all at the same volume, so they kind of sound crappy. This harmony's getting buried though, so it's really not going to matter because it's barely going to be there. But for the most part, I got it. So anyway, I'm going to put this all together so it's on multiple screens. How many guitars did I do in this one? I think it was 6. Okay, so yeah, that's about what I've done for some of my other videos. So yeah, I'll do that, and then I'll probably just show one of the vocal takes going through because it's just so many screens. The vocals aren't really doing much. Maybe I'll see if I can squeeze the harmony in though. We'll see what happens. But you're gonna find out in 2 seconds. So here's that. Okay, awesome. Another video down, and I think I wrote a cool song here. So nice.